Demon Slayer is a good manga, and it's a great anime. And it took me a long time to finally get into it because I was behind on basically everything when I got into nursing school. Basically, when I got into nursing school, got behind on basically 2 years of things. So I finally got caught up with it, and I finally read Demon Slayer. And I gotta say, if it's not obvious, based on how hot it's selling, Demon Slayer is awesome. My contemporary thoughts, my thoughts right now, which as of speaking this, because again, this is all off the cuff. I don't even have a cuffs right now, but my contemporary thoughts are there is so much with Demon Slayer that's entertaining. There's so many things about it that just bring amazement to the mind. Like, for example, the thing that I like the most of that it's just blaring out, just shooting itself out in my mind right now, is the connection to the afterlife, where our main character, Tanjiro, and even Nezuko and everybody else, is just that there's this strong connection to the people that have passed, the people that have gone away from this earth, and having them help people out, having them help our heroes out in their time of need, where our heroes are not just the super strong guys that take care of everything. No, it's like often they are saved from their family, from their friends, from their relatives, and even their fellow students that have already passed, that are in the next world, that are, or maybe even they're just waiting on Earth, unable to go to the next world because they're not ready to move on. And I found that to be the most interesting part to me. Yeah, obviously some people are going to say, like, oh, it's the action. Oh, it's all the different sword forms. It's all the different sword styles. Oh, it's the breathing. It's the demons. But for me, the thing that I liked the most was definitely the connection to the afterlife and the people of the afterlife, or the people who have passed, helping out our heroes. Now, obviously, the action is great. The demons are great. And with the whole story about how sun breathing started, and how breathing started, and how the Demon Slayer Corps started, and of course with the different tattoos, the flame tattoos forming, and that affecting people's lives. That stuff's all interesting. That's all great. But it all hinges on the crux of the main character, Tanjiro. Tanjiro is definitely the glue. I mean, obviously he's the main character, but he's definitely the glue that keeps everything together. Like, for example, my favorite character is not Tanjiro, it's actually Zenitsu. Zenitsu, that blonde lightning guy who got, he got his hair struck by lightning, turned blonde, who's always crying all the time, who always wants to get a girlfriend, that's always basically simping, that's always basically thirsty for everybody. I found him to be the most compelling character, but for him to shine, there needs to be that character that's like having moral tribulations, who more or less, I say more or less because there is instances where Tanjiro does seem like he's got the hots for a girl, but more or less he's kind of like focused, like, I gotta do this for my family. I gotta be strong for my family. I gotta save Nezuko. I gotta do all of this. But pretty much that's as far as his love life goes. It's not really that strong. And with Zenitsu, it's kind of like constantly trying to go with a girl, constantly failing. I always found that to be funny and interesting. But him struggling and actually having to move past his struggles and the connection with his grandfather and his parents passing. And then even though he only knows one form of lightning breathing, he starts making his own, or even just getting very good at that one form that he does know. It's just brilliant. The characters are brilliant, the stories are brilliant. All the different characters have the different backstories and things going on with them that just seems interesting and relatable, and you want to know more about it. Overall, yeah, it's a good series. If you even don't believe the hype, or you didn't believe the hype, or you've been basically saying like, I don't want to get into that, or maybe I'll get into that later, just get the Viz Media app and just start reading the series. Trust me, you will freaking love it. So I guess that's pretty much my contemporary thoughts right now. I love the series, and it's something that is actually making me want to actually watch the anime. And I'll be upfront, I don't really watch anime that often. I mainly just read the manga because it's easier to get through. It's easier to get kind of caught in the story, and I can focus on other things. But this is one of the series that's actually making me think, man, I kind of want to watch watch the anime of this. And that doesn't happen that often. So that just shows to you, like, if it's convincing me, just not just read the manga, but watch the anime, then I think it's special. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. See ya.